Welcome to Perceptor PTXL's online training tutorials. In this tutorial we will find out how to create and run a batch using Perceptor PTXL. In Perceptor PTXL we use the concept of batches when printing and inspecting labels. An admin can disable this feature in the settings to allow the system to run in free run mode, which is independent of batches. There are two ways in which you can create a batch. The first is directly after having completed or updated a label template design. Simply press the Create Batch button. The second way is to go to the Label menu on the top toolbar, then having selected the label you wish to create a batch from, click once on the thumbnail and press Create Batch. To help you navigate your label templates, you can use the filter options. Note that the name filter is global, dynamic and case sensitive, so you can enter any portion of the batch name to find your label template. From the Create Batch window, you have a chance to edit the label and field parameters before saving it and committing the batch to the database. Please note, if you do choose to make any changes at this point, they will not be carried back to the label template design. Once you are happy with the batch, simply press Save. Now you have successfully created and saved a batch. Within Perceptor PTXL, a batch is made up of one or more batch runs that the user can define. When a batch is paused, a PDF batch run report is generated and the batch is left open so it can be run again at a later point in time. When a batch run is closed, a PDF batch reconciliation report is generated and the batch cannot be selected or reopened again. There are two ways in which you can enter a batch run. The first is directly after having saved a batch. You can simply press the Run Batch button to immediately open the batch. The second way is to go to the Batch menu on the top toolbar. Then, having selected the batch you wish to run, click once on the thumbnail and press Run. To help you navigate, you can use the filter options to filter all open batches. Note that the name filter is global, dynamic and case sensitive, so you can enter any portion of the batch name. Now we are in the batch run mode, the printer is released from its hold printing state. You will now be able to print labels. Use whichever software you prefer, such as Bartender, CodeSoft or Nice Label, to print the number of labels you wish to print in the batch. Don't worry if you didn't print enough labels, you can always print more by repeating the print process in your label software, and PTXL will continue to capture the labels as they are printed. When the printer starts printing labels, PTXL will begin the inspection process. Note the first off has a delay because it is transferring and saving the full image on the database against this batch. Let's press Pause Printing so we can take a closer look at the inspection results that PTXL produces. On the right-hand side of the screen, we can see the stat counter shows the label count, pass count and fail count for the batch total at the top and the current batch run below. In the centre of the screen, we can see your label template being updated in real time with the field inspection images along with the content that has been read on each of the inspections. In the case of a pattern match, you can see the correlation score displayed. These real-time results are highlighted in green because they have been passed. If they fail, they are highlighted in red. Now if we look to the left side of the screen and press the left slide-out arrow button, we can view each label that has been inspected and each label's overall inspection result. If we click on a label, we can drill down further and see the individual field inspection results for each label. And if we click on a field, we can see the various inspection results for each element of that field. Let's resume the printing process so we can finish our current batch. As mentioned earlier, after we have finished printing for the current batch, we can decide to pause or close a batch, depending on if we want to keep the batch open for further batch runs or simply close it. In any event, PTXL will always produce a PDF batch reconciliation report detailing all the inspection results. You can scroll through the pages using the mouse wheel and can zoom in and out using Control button on your keyboard and the mouse wheel on your mouse. Where you automatically store the batch reconciliation reports can be changed by an administrator in the system settings. That concludes this tutorial. Thank you for listening. We hope you found this tutorial useful and you enjoy using Perceptor PTXL.